Good day, everyone. This is Sly Client the Tech Dad. I'm back today with another video for you. And this one I'm really excited about. And I'm so happy to be able to share it with you. It's been a long time coming since I started my research on this particular device. And it's finally in my hands. And I am thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. Today's video is going to be, we're going to discuss the OSMETA EGO1-M. And it is an eGPU dock. Here it is. I received it in the mail not too long ago. I'm going to show you quickly exactly what it has. So this particular dock is able to hold an RTX 4090. And that's the device that I have that I plan on using with this. And as you can see here, he has the slot for the graphics card. He has the power supply on the back. And the good old Oculink port. Can we get some more Oculink devices? And that's one of the things I want to talk about today too, because Oculink I feel like has been a godsend to the gaming community, and a lot of people just don't really know how pivotal this has been over the last year or so that people have been using it. I can even go back to listening to videos from folks like the Fox or ETA Prime talking about these docking solutions that are able to connect a high-powered graphics card like a 4090 and actually use that with a handheld device like the GPD Win Mini, in which I use. So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about my experience with this so far today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be sure to get back to you. But before we get going with this video, I have to be really clear with one particular thing before we get into detail about this dock here. The unfortunate thing about it is, although I am having a ton of fun with it, I've been having so much fun with it. I've been using it with an external monitor. I've been using it handheld, connected to my GPD Win Mini. The only problem is I cannot recommend it, and I am really sad about that. The reason why I can't recommend it is because of the hassle it is to actually get your hands on one of these things. And it's a really special device too, because within this housing, there's an 800 watt power supply, which I couldn't even believe. I didn't know, first of all, one can fit into this type of housing, but it definitely does. And it's in there. And I've been testing out my RTX 4090 with it, and it's been running flawlessly. So another reason why I can't necessarily recommend it is because it actually, I'm here in the United States. In order to get this, like I mentioned, you have to use a third party. So I use a website called Superbuy.com. And for those of you who are not familiar with Superbuy.com, they're basically a third party. So you put your order to them, you send them your money, which is another hassle in itself, complete hassle. And I don't even think that they even accept PayPal anymore. You have to put your order with them. They actually purchase it from whoever the company that makes this device over in China. Then you have to wait for them to get it, and then they have to ship it to you, and you pay an additional fee. So that's the downside of it. The positive side of it was it wasn't even that expensive. When I went on the website, which I'm hoping to be able to show you later on in this video, when I went on the website to look at it, and when I did the conversion to American dollars, it came out to about $121. I was like, this can't be right. My translator must be off. I didn't know what was going on. I'm asking my wife and someone from her job translated for me, is this correct? Then I started questioning if the whole site is a scam. And then, so this is a couple months ago. Once I got to the part where I wasn't really believing in this particular site, and I didn't know if I needed to put my credit card information through it, I gave up on it, So the months went on, a couple months went by, that's when I received my GPD G1. I've been very happy with that, as I mentioned, and kind of took my mind off it to a certain extent. But then I went back to it. And, I figured I'd give it a shot, and it's actually paid off for me. Another topic that I really want to cover quickly today about, this device, and I feel like, and I mentioned this before, that it's really a game-changing thing when you talk about these eGPU solutions for handhelds, and I don't feel like it's getting the airplay that it needs to. You know, many big time YouTubers have mentioned it, but you still get these companies making these mini PCs, these other devices, and they're not coming out with Oculink. And one of the things that I'm most disappointed about, GPD, who I've bought a couple products from now, and I plan on getting the new GPD Win Max 2 when that comes out. I actually have a pre-order in for that. Why did they remove the Oculink port on the 2024 version of the GPD Win Mini? And are there really that many people that don't care about the capabilities of Oculink and being able to get that additional power out of the device? I am so curious, like what went on in their boardroom and their planning room, because every place I go to that talks about Oculink and all the sites that I go on, or the forums that I go on, whether it be the Discords or everyone, there's a whole sections on Oculink. You don't get many people screaming for the USB port that they added. But anyways, I don't want to digress and go down that path. But at the same time, I just feel like it's something that needs to be brought to life. And although I know that Oculink and this form of system is probably a little bit outdated, because everything that I know about it, these have been used for service for a number of years now. Hopefully there's something like it. But the only way we can get technology to move that direction is if we make our voices heard, and we make our voices heard to these companies who are making these devices. And I'm actually been having so much fun that I'm pleading with some. I'm a small time guy, I'm pleading with some of the big YouTubers and start to put pressure on these companies. When you're doing your reviews, say, hey, no Oculink, people aren't gonna buy this. Maybe they will. Maybe they're selling these mini PCs and. Maybe they're selling these mini PCs to big companies and they're distributing it in mass. I think that might be a possibility. Maybe that's who they're going for. But I don't know who they're going for that when they're including, the 780Ms, the graphics component, the integrated GPUs in that for gamers, and they're providing these devices to folks who I don't even get it. I don't get it. But anyways, I'm going to show you a bit of footage of one of the things that, even though I've heard a lot about eGPU situations like this, I've been very, very intimidated by the whole thing. I've seen people try to put it together, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't necessarily buy it, right away when I heard folks being able to have this type of solution in using it. Me personally, I am not technical. I'm not hands-on. I like to game. I enjoy learning about the technology, but putting things together and all that. So I was fearful when I got this that it would be very, very complicated. So, I'm going to be able to provide you with an opportunity to see what it's like if you do decide to purchase this. And if you do, and you get it, and you wait for that month and a half or so, or 2 months to get it, you are going to be thrilled out of your mind. So even though I'm going to say it again, I can't recommend it. Like I said, I can't recommend it because of the wait, how you got to wait for it. I don't recommend how you got to go about buying it. And just so you know, there are other options too. They have make similar ones with enclosures that are similar to ones you might have seen in the past that come in a little box, and then you put the power supply and the GPU and all that stuff in it. They have those two. Mine just happened to be open source. And I'm going to give you a little quick peek about and show you how exactly to set this device up. All right, so here we go. So this is basically all you need. You have the Asus GeForce RTX 4090, and you also have the OSMETA EGO1-M. And this device actually comes with everything all together, like I mentioned before. You got the Oculink cable here. You have this the power that goes right to the GPU here. And it's really that simple. So before I actually mount it, I just wanted to make sure that I really let you know why I'm doing this, because I really feel like it's important to bring awareness to Oculink. I personally feel like it's been a game changer for me, and I'm sure there are a lot of folks out there as well. So the more people that we can get to talk about Oculink, these do-it-yourself solutions, maybe it grows, because I'm really fearful that it's probably going to die out. I don't know. I try to be an optimist and I try to think positive about things, but when I see these manufacturers continue to make these devices and taking Oculink off, when to me it's clear that like it's a huge win in terms of the progression of gaming, it makes me sad. So I'm personally just glad that I got a hold of one, and hopefully maybe I can share my experience with you, so you can make a decision if that's what the route that you want to go into. So with that being said, very simple here. You want to take the GPU, and this whole thing is, I'll be completely honest, it just looks ridiculous. I've been having it sitting on this table here, and also been sitting over by my desktop computer too. So, but all you really need to do is you want to just have this here. There are a couple slots that it just fits right in. With any luck, shouldn't have any problem. Just make sure it's in there securely. Let's just do that one more time just to make sure it goes in. There we go. I didn't mention this, these little poles here actually keep it stabilized. So you want to slide this in. Make use of an Allen wrench. And what this does is, since the graphics card is so heavy, it keeps it stabilized on top of the dock. And I was actually shocked because I was very nervous about that. I'm like, how is this small little dock gonna hold the weight of an RTX 4090? But it definitely does. Yeah, looks secure. There you have it. The OSMETA and the 4090. Like I said before, it looks crazy, but it's actually a sight to be seen when it's all lit up and you see the GPU spinning on your desk or wherever you got it sitting. And it's just been a wonderful experience, and I'm so happy that I'm able to share with you all today. All right, well, welcome to my setup. We have the dock here, the OSMETA with the RTX 4090, and that's all connected to the GPD Win Mini, and that's running from DisplayPort from the GPU to my Alienware QD OLED widescreen monitor. So this is actually a really good thing to be able to show you, because I looked online. There are only really a couple videos actually showing this type of setup. So I want to just kind of show you a little scene. This is set to all ultra settings, and if you know anything about God of War, that's the max that you're really going to get. But the fact that you can run this little device connected to this 4090, I've been hearing about it, and I'm finally able to really make it happen. So I'm just excited to really kind of share with you, how this all kind of comes together and works. So here we go. So there it is. There it is in action. So I hope you enjoyed this. But before I let you go, I want to just make a comment. I feel like there's been a lot of chatter, amongst, the community, folks like you and myself who watch these types of videos and consume this type of content, buy these types of devices. I don't know about you. This being able to work with this, it's an amazing feat. And the fact that we have companies like GPD taking this off of devices, catering to probably the non-enthusiast, when we're the ones that actually give the utmost support. If you ever go on the Discord, you see the loyalty that people have with these types of products. It's just a shame they did that. And I just hope that, moving forward, that, we can collectively spread the message that this is what we want. Even if we don't necessarily use an Oculink port, we want it anyways. We want to have the option. We want to have the option to go handheld. We want to have the option to plug into a 4090. We want to have an option to use the G1, that docking solution as well, or any other one we decide that we want to make. So I just think that freedom is paramount to progression in the space of innovation and technology. So I guess I'm just going to leave you with one thing. More Oculink, please. We want it. I'm hoping it's here to stay. Fearful it's not, but we're the only ones that can really make a difference and make our voice heard. So thank you for watching, and see ya.